Chosen one, stop everything right now. Pause, breathe, and feel this moment, because it is not random. This is God speaking directly to your spirit, and what you are about to hear will awaken the part of you that has been waiting, yearning, and knowing that you were made for more. The stirrings in your heart, the whispers that haunt your dreams, the sudden pull toward a life bigger than you, these are real. They are not coincidences. This is God's message, arriving in perfect timing, calling you, preparing you, and demanding your attention. You are not imagining it. You were called. The world has tried to dim your light. It has whispered that your struggles are ordinary, that your gifts are ordinary. But hear this clearly. You are extraordinary. The tension you feel, the spiritual war raging inside, the relentless push and pull of challenges, these are signs. They are confirmations that your life is under divine orchestration. God's funding, divine provision, and this season of breakthrough have already begun. Doors are opening before you even step forward. Opportunities, resources, and clarity are aligning, all perfectly synchronized with your purpose. Watch closely, because everything you need to step fully into your destiny is being revealed in this video. Do not mistake timing for coincidence. Every obstacle you have faced, every delay that felt unbearable, every moment of doubt that shook your confidence, every trial that seemed to test your patience, none of it has been random. Every single experience has been strategically placed to refine you, to strengthen you, and to sharpen your resolve. It is designed to awaken the fire within you, the fire that only a chosen one can carry, a fire that cannot be dimmed by circumstance or fear. You may have asked yourself countless times why your breakthrough has not yet arrived, why the pieces of your life have not yet fallen into perfect alignment, why the doors seem to remain closed despite your prayers and efforts. The answer, though, is simple yet profound. God's timing is perfect. He is never late. He is never early. Every moment, every season, every step of waiting has purpose. The delays, the setbacks, and the frustrations are all deliberate. They are preparation, molding you into the person who is not only ready to receive blessings, but who can fully steward them with wisdom, courage, and faith. This season is uniquely yours to claim, and the spiritual alignment you feel in your heart right now is not accidental. It is the precursor to an eruption of blessings, opportunities, and divine provision beyond what you have dared to imagine. Feel the full weight of this truth deep in your spirit. You were not born for comfort. You were not placed on this earth to merely exist or blend into the crowd. You were born for impact, for influence, for a purpose that the world desperately needs. The light that burns within you is not optional. It is necessary for the world. The struggles you have endured, the fears that have whispered lies in your ear, the doubts that have tried to convince you that you are not enough, these are not signs of weakness. They are markers of preparation. They are tests designed to refine your character, strengthen your faith, and elevate your readiness to step into the level of provision and purpose that is about to be poured into your life. You were chosen for this season. You were specifically called to rise. Your influence is required. Your courage is required. And above all, your faith, unshakable and unwavering, is required. Hear the words clearly. Let them resonate in every fiber of your being. God's funding is far greater than mere financial or material blessings. It is not limited to the tangible things you can see or touch. It manifests as spiritual clarity, guidance that illuminates your path when you feel lost, and mentorship that shapes your decisions with wisdom far beyond your own understanding. It comes as protection when danger lurks unseen, as opportunities that appear in ways so precise they almost seem miraculous, and as doors that open when you least expect them, often in moments when your own understanding is insufficient to grasp the full picture. This is a season where the spiritual, emotional, and material dimensions of your life converge. What was once distant, unattainable, or seemingly impossible is now being positioned directly into your path, ready for you to claim with confidence and faith. Do not question it. Do not doubt it for a single moment. Feel it. Accept it. Believe it. The universe itself is conspiring on your behalf. Forces beyond your comprehension are aligning to bring divine breakthroughs into your life, because God Himself has declared this season as your appointed time. You are standing on the edge of transformation, poised for a reality that will confirm everything you have been sensing, everything you have been praying for, and everything you have been dreaming about. The light within you is awakening to its fullest expression. The fire within you is about to blaze. This is your season. This is your moment. This is your divine provision coming alive, prepared and waiting just for you. This is not the time to wait passively. Engage your spirit, listen with your soul, and open your heart. God's message requires action as much as faith. Align your thoughts, your words, and your steps with what you know to be true. The signs are all around you, moments of synchronicity, sudden opportunities, people appearing at the exact moment you need them. These are all confirmations that the divine hand is moving on your behalf. You are not alone. You are chosen. You are called. You are needed. Do not let fear or doubt dilute this moment. Do not ignore the inner voice that tells you to step forward. The war is real, but so is the victory. The challenges are real, but so is the breakthrough. Your light is necessary, and it is about to illuminate paths you never thought possible. Stand firm, stand alert, and stand ready, because the season of provision is not just approaching, it is here. If this touched your soul, comment 111, because you know it. You were called. You are a chosen one. And this message is God's voice affirming that your life, your gifts, and your destiny are being funded and protected in this season. The spiritual fire within you has been awakened for a purpose far greater than comfort, far greater than fear, far greater than doubt. Embrace it. Step into it. Rise, chosen one. Recognizing your divine calling and spiritual awakening, chosen one, you have felt it stirring within you, haven't you? That restless energy, that quiet insistence that life is calling you to something greater. This is not accidental. This is God speaking directly to your spirit, revealing the path that only you were created to walk. You are not imagining the pull, the urgency, the subtle nudges that guide you through life. You were called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every moment that tested your patience or faith has been part of the refining fire, shaping you into the chosen one you are meant to be. To be a chosen one is to carry a divine spark that cannot be ignored. It is to hold a purpose that transcends ordinary understanding. The chosen ones are those whose lives are orchestrated by God's plan, whose experiences, both joyful and painful, serve as signposts to the destiny written for them. Being chosen does not mean an absence of struggle. It means every struggle is purposeful, every setback is a lesson, and every triumph is proof of alignment with a higher calling. You have been chosen to awaken, to step into a life where spiritual insight and divine provision flow hand in hand. Your life experiences are the map of your calling. The repeated patterns, the moments of intuition that you could not explain, the people who enter your life at seemingly random times, these are signals. They are confirmations that your spirit is attuned to something greater, Spiritual sensitivity awakens when the chosen one recognizes that the ordinary is never enough. When you begin to see beyond the surface, when your intuition guides your decisions, when your heart reacts to truth before your mind can fully understand it, this is the awakening. God is opening your eyes to the reality that your life is being funded in alignment with your divine purpose. Every challenge you have faced, every fear you have overcome, every time you doubted yourself and yet pushed forward, has been a preparation for this awakening. You are becoming aware of patterns that were invisible before. You are gaining clarity, a heightened awareness of the paths that lead to fulfillment, to purpose, to divine alignment. This spiritual awakening is not a passive event, it is an active engagement with God's plan. It is the moment when the veil lifts, and you begin to see that nothing has been random, that everything you have experienced has been in preparation for this season of provision. Your intuition, your dreams, the deep knowing in your heart, they are all signals. When you recognize them, you step closer to the fullness of your calling. God's funding is already synchronized with this awakening. Opportunities, resources, and divine connections are moving toward you, ready to be received. But first, you must recognize them. You must see that every lesson learned, every tear shed, every victory won, has been building a foundation. God's provision flows to those who are awake to their purpose, who are sensitive to the nudges of the Spirit, who understand that alignment is necessary for true reception. This awakening also brings responsibility. To be fully awake is to carry a light that others can see, to act in ways that honor your calling, and to make choices that reflect the divine wisdom within you. The clarity you now feel is the compass for your journey. When fear tries to whisper that you are not ready, remember that preparation is already complete. When doubt tries to cloud your mind, remember that the signs have always been present. When distractions try to pull you away, remember that your destiny is singular, and nothing can prevent the flow of God's funding to one who is awake to their calling. The beauty of this awakening is that it is both internal and external. Internally, your spirit is being sharpened, your perception heightened, your sense of purpose clarified. Externally, the universe responds. Doors that were once closed begin to open. Guidance arrives in unexpected ways. Support comes from places you never imagined. This is how God's funding operates in perfect harmony with your spiritual awakening. Provision is not random. It is targeted, precise, and timely, designed to equip you for the next steps in your journey. You are being positioned, chosen, won, and it is your awakening that allows you to receive fully. Reaffirm this truth in your spirit. This is a message from God. You are not imagining. You were called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. Every step you take toward recognizing your divine calling is a step toward the fulfillment of God's plan. Stand firm in this awareness. Embrace the awakening. Let it guide your actions. Let it shape your thoughts. Let it ignite your spirit. Your life is being funded, your path illuminated, and your purpose made clear. If this touched your soul, comment 111 because you know it. You were called. God sits funding and divine provision in this season. Chosen one, listen carefully, for this is not a message of hope alone. This is a declaration of divine reality. God's funding is not abstract. It is not a vague promise whispered into the void. It is real, tangible, and unmistakably aligned with your life and your purpose. In this season, the heavens are orchestrating resources, opportunities, connections, and guidance specifically for you. The alignment you feel is not accidental. It is deliberate, precise, and tailored to your divine calling. Every step you have taken, every tear, every prayer, Every act of faith has brought you to the threshold of this unprecedented provision. Understand this: God's funding manifests in ways both seen and unseen. Materially, it may appear as opportunities that seem perfectly timed, as doors opening where walls once stood, as financial support, mentorship, or collaboration that defies coincidence. Spiritually, it appears as clarity, inner peace, guidance, and a heightened awareness of what is true. The timing is perfect. What you need, when you need it, is already being prepared and delivered. This season is not ordinary. It is a divinely crafted moment meant to amplify your growth, to launch you into the purpose that only a chosen one can fulfill. Every resource that comes into your life is synchronized with your divine calling. This is God's way of showing that provision is never random. When you feel the pull toward a new direction, when an opportunity presents itself almost magically, when mentorship comes through unexpected channels, recognize it as a sign. Your spiritual path and God's funding are moving in harmony. Nothing in this season is by chance. The universe itself bends to accommodate the divine orchestration that surrounds your life. Consider the moments when you were at the edge, wondering if your efforts were in vain, when doors seemed permanently closed, when doubts gnawed at your faith. In this very season, those moments are being redeemed. What once seemed impossible is now within reach. Mentors, guides, allies, and resources are moving invisibly to position you for impact. Even the smallest step taken in faith now triggers a cascade of provision, because alignment with your calling magnifies the effect of every action. God's funding works best when you are awake, when your spirit is sensitive to the guidance that has always been present. This is the season where your spiritual and material worlds converge. Every challenge you have faced, every period of waiting, every season of scarcity was a rehearsal for this moment. You are being prepared to receive fully, to move boldly, to step into the life God has designed specifically for you. Provision comes not only in the form of things, but also in the way that things are revealed: clarity of mind, intuition, protection, and the peace that surpasses understanding. The chosen one's path is always illuminated by both guidance and opportunity, and now, in this season, those lights shine brighter than ever before. Do you feel it? That undeniable pull toward the destiny written for you? That nudge that insists you move, speak, and act in alignment with your higher calling? That is God's funding making itself known. It may appear as a chance meeting with someone who shifts your life, a sudden insight that changes your direction, an unexpected breakthrough in a project, or the alignment of resources you have long sought. These are all divine confirmations that your season of provision is here, and it is synchronized with your awakening. Even your past struggles are part of this divine orchestration. Every closed door, every failure, every trial you endured has positioned you to appreciate, steward, and maximize the blessings that are arriving now. God's funding is not about abundance for the sake of abundance. It is about equipping you to fulfill your purpose, to serve others, to shine your light, and to demonstrate the power of divine alignment. When provision aligns with calling, miracles are not random, they are inevitable. This season is intentionally designed for your growth. Every resource, every connection, every opportunity is strategically placed to expand your capacity, to strengthen your faith, and to magnify your impact. You are not here by accident. You are chosen. Your light is necessary. Your life is being funded in a way that ensures you step fully into your destiny, equipped to overcome any challenge, to inspire, and to lead. Even now, God is preparing moments that will surprise you, blessings that will overwhelm you, and clarity that will transform your understanding of what is possible. Reaffirm this in your spirit. This is a message from God. You are not imagining. You were called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. Do not let this season pass unnoticed. Do not let fear, doubt, or distraction prevent you from stepping fully into the divine provision that surrounds you. Everything you need is arriving in perfect alignment with your purpose. The doors are opening, the resources are moving, and the universe itself conspires to bring your calling to life. If this touched your soul, comment 111 because you know it. You were called. Aligning fully to receive divine provision. Chosen one, hear this now. God's funding is already moving toward you, but to receive it fully, you must align with it. Alignment is more than belief. It is a state of being where your heart, mind, and spirit resonate with the divine frequency of your purpose. Every prayer you utter, every moment you spend in meditation, every whisper you listen to within your soul is a step closer to receiving the blessings that God has prepared specifically for this season. The doors are opening, but you must be ready to walk through them fully aware, fully awake, and fully willing. Prayer is not just words. It is a connection, a channel, a direct line to the Creator. Speak boldly, speak truthfully, and speak from the depth of your soul. Let your prayers be infused with expectation and faith, not hesitation or doubt. Meditation is not a mere practice of calm. It is a deliberate act of tuning into the divine rhythm that guides your life. Sit quietly, listen deeply, and feel the subtle nudges, the gentle guidance, the whispers of insight that confirm the path laid before you. Every time you take these moments seriously, you remove a layer of resistance and make space for God's provision to flow. Listening to God's message is an act of courage. It requires you to quiet the noise of the world, the doubts of your mind, and the fears of your heart. It requires you to trust in what you cannot yet see, but know in the depth of your spirit. This is where intuition becomes your greatest ally. The chosen ones recognize that every thought, every feeling, every vision carries information from the divine. By following intuition, you step in alignment with your calling, and provision that once seemed distant now becomes immediate. Resistance is the enemy of provision. Fear, doubt, and limiting beliefs act as walls that prevent blessings from entering your life. Do not underestimate their power, for they are subtle and persistent. Fear whispers that you are not ready, that you are unworthy, that the moment has passed. Doubt questions whether God's funding is real, whether your dreams are attainable. Limiting beliefs tell you that your past mistakes define your future. Each of these must be confronted, acknowledged, and released. Only by removing resistance can you fully step into the flow of divine provision, allowing it to move unhindered through every aspect of your life. Alignment requires action as much as faith. You cannot sit passively and expect provision to manifest. Every inspired step you take, every decision made in alignment with your calling, every act of courage and service opens doors that were previously closed. Faith without action is stagnant. Action without faith is misdirected. But together, faith and action create a synergy that accelerates spiritual growth and positions you perfectly to receive God's funding. When you move in alignment, even the smallest choices carry immense weight, for they resonate with the frequency of your destiny. This season demands a full surrender, a wholehearted embrace of God's plan. It is not enough to hope, to dream, or to wish. You must live in accordance with the understanding that you were called for a reason, that your light is necessary, and that your life is divinely orchestrated. Align your thoughts with truth, your emotions with courage, and your actions with purpose. Let go of anything that hinders clarity toxic relationships, negative self-talk, fear of failure, and hesitation to step into new opportunities. Each act of alignment clears a path for provision to flow freely and abundantly. The chosen one does not wait for signs alone. The chosen one becomes the sign through intentional alignment. When you rise early to prepare, when you speak with intention, when you choose to see possibilities instead of limitations, you embody the readiness that invites divine blessings. God's funding thrives in spaces where alignment meets action. The universe responds to your alignment as naturally as the tide responds to the moon. Your thoughts, your energy, and your willingness create the environment in which provision can multiply exponentially. As you align, notice the subtle ways provision begins to manifest. A conversation that shifts your direction, a sudden insight that illuminates the next step, a connection that brings resources previously unseen. These are confirmations that alignment works. Your life begins to flow with less struggle and more synchronicity. Spiritual growth accelerates because the soul recognizes its own calling and acts in harmony with divine timing. The provision you receive is not just for comfort, it is to equip you for the impact you are destined to make, to empower you to fulfill your calling, and to amplify the light that only you can carry. Reaffirm this truth in your spirit. This is a message from God. You are not imagining. You were called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. Full alignment opens the floodgates of God's provision. Step into prayer with intention. Meditate with focus. Listen to your intuition. Act with courage. And release all resistance. Each of these steps multiplies the power of your spiritual awakening and prepares you to receive what has already been placed in your path. If this touched your soul, comment 111 because you know it. You were called. Overcoming blocks and embracing transformation. Chosen one, now is the time to confront the barriers that have held you back. Fear has whispered lies into your heart, convincing you that you are not ready, that you are not worthy, that the moment to rise has passed. Self-doubt has shadowed your confidence, questioning every decision, every step, every dream. Distraction has pulled your focus away from your calling, scattering your energy across things that do not serve your purpose. And worst of all, ignoring God's message has left you feeling disconnected, uncertain, and frustrated. These are the blocks that prevent full reception of God's funding, the walls that stand between you and the provision meant for this season. But hear this clearly, each block can be recognized and removed. Awareness is the first step. When fear surfaces, name it. When doubt creeps in, confront it. When distraction diverts your focus, gently redirect yourself back to the path that God has placed before you. Ignoring God's message is perhaps the subtlest block of all, because it disguises itself as busyness, comfort, or indecision. To remove it, cultivate stillness, listen deeply, and honor the nudges of your spirit. These subtle acts of recognition dismantle the walls that have held back your blessings, clearing a path for full alignment and divine provision. Transformation comes when you actively choose to release these blocks. Let go of fear by stepping into action despite it. Let go of doubt by reaffirming your calling and trusting the divine timing of God's funding. Let go of distraction by creating space for reflection, prayer, and meditation. Let go of ignorance of God's message by staying vigilant, attentive, and obedient to the whispers of your soul. Each act of release strengthens your spiritual resilience and aligns you more closely with your purpose. This season is designed for transformation, and nothing you have experienced until now has been random. Every challenge, every delay, every moment of struggle has been divinely orchestrated to prepare you for the provision that is arriving. By removing blocks, you open the door to not only spiritual growth, but emotional clarity and material abundance. Your life begins to shift as alignment replaces resistance, as courage replaces fear, as focus replaces distraction. You begin to see the patterns, the synchronicities, and the hand of God guiding each step toward fulfillment. Embracing this transformation is an act of faith. It requires courage to face the parts of yourself that have resisted change, to confront old habits, to rise above limitations, and to claim the destiny that has always been yours. As you do this, your energy changes. You move with purpose. You make decisions with clarity. You attract people, resources, and opportunities that are perfectly aligned with your calling. God's funding flows unimpeded because you have removed the obstacles, and your spiritual, emotional, and material life begins to flourish simultaneously. Reaffirm this truth in your spirit. This is a message from God. You are not imagining. You were called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. Do not let fear, doubt, distraction, or inattention delay what is already ordained for you. Recognize the blocks, release them, and embrace the transformation that this season demands. The divine orchestration surrounding you is precise, intentional, and unstoppable. If this touched your soul, comment 111, because you know it. You were called. Closing prophetic affirmation and call to action. Chosen one, hear these words and let them sink deep into your spirit. You are not ordinary, you are not forgotten, and you are not without purpose. God's message is alive in your life. It moves through you, around you, and within every step you take. You are a chosen one, marked by destiny, equipped with light, and positioned for divine impact. The signs of God's funding are all around you, the doors that open unexpectedly, the opportunities that appear at the perfect moment, the people who enter your life to guide, support, and elevate you. All of this is confirmation that this season is divinely orchestrated. Your spiritual awakening, your clarity of purpose, and the alignment of your actions with God's will are not accidents. They are signals of provision, reminders that you are seen, chosen, and equipped. Every moment of courage, every act of faith, every decision made in alignment with your calling is amplified by divine power. The resources, the mentorship, the protection, and the opportunities arriving now are calibrated to your purpose, ready to move you into the fullness of your destiny. Nothing in this season is random. Everything is precise, intentional, and guided by God. Do not hesitate, do not doubt, and do not shrink back. Step boldly into this season, knowing that you are supported at every level, spiritually, emotionally, and materially. The universe conspires with God's provision for your life, and your alignment ensures that you receive without restriction. Feel the truth in your heart. The war is real, but so is your victory. Your light is necessary, and it will shine brighter than ever because you are stepping fully into the calling you were born to fulfill. If this touched your soul, comment 777. Declare to the world and to yourself that you are awake, aligned, and ready. Receive this prophetic blessing. May your eyes see the opportunities placed before you. May your heart be strengthened by courage. May your spirit be ignited with purpose. And may every step you take in this season be guided by God's unfailing hand. Rise, chosen one. Embrace this season fully. Walk boldly in the light that only you can carry. If this touched your soul, comment 111 because you know it, you were called.